All right, let's move on.
Go for it.
No catchy tune to sing, no mascot, no shiny thing, just do it right by you. That's all we ever do. No jingle, no mascot, no gimmick in sight. Number 16, top 40 classic. No jingle, no mascot, top 40 classic.
All right. First off, go Birds. Kyle, go ahead.
You bet. NJM Insurance was entering new markets as a relative newcomer in a category dominated by long-established names. And those competitors had all spent decades building jingles, mascots, and character-led campaigns to win familiarity. Born and Raised looked at the playbook and walked the other direction. The insight, those tactics make insurance companies feel interchangeable, and consumers who actually look for substance read them as superficial. The strategy turned into a position. NJM has no jingles, no mascots, because NJM is focused on great insurance and doing right by its policyholders. The campaign satirized the same devices competitors depend on, then contrasted the noise with simpler, more credible proposition. NJM puts policyholders first. And when things go wrong, NJM does what's right. Backed by JD Power recognition as proof, the campaign delivered across brand health, awareness, consideration, and recognition of brand attributes against competitors. A category convention broken cleanly on purpose. At number 16, no jingles or mascots from Born and Raised.
Fall off you. First of all, let's watch this because we got two of them here.
Yep.
Let me just go ahead. Go Birds.
Ooh, is this an action movie?
You're in luck, folks. They're filming a car insurance commercial today.
That explains the mascot.
Seriously, what does the shark have to do with insurance?
Stunt shark!
At NJM, we don't do mascots. We do what's right when things go wrong.
Okay, action!
Nothing blew up.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
What's going on today?
They're filming a bunch of insurance commercials. So many mascots.
I don't need my insurance company to have one of those. I just want them to be there when I need them.
Hi, here's your imported nitrogen-infused water.
Bubbles are too big.
I went to film school for this.
At NJM, we don't do mascots. We do what's right when things go wrong. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Funny.
Yeah, I get to see them a lot because I'm right in the heart of NJM territory. So Stunt Shark is indelibly marked in my brain. So thanks a lot for that.
I mean, we all loved Left Shark. So
yes. So not? Stunt Shark is that next step
exactly
in the human shark. Anyway.
So the category is strategy. Becca and Scott, thanks for joining us. Walk us through the strategy. I can hear you. Oh, no, I can't hear Scott. Uh-oh. Becca, bail him out.
Oh, no. I don't know what's happening with his microphone, but
that's okay.
No, NJM was really mostly a New Jersey and Pennsylvania insurance company, and they were really looking to expand into other territories and wanted something memorable to do that because there were so many. Oh, are you there?
Yeah,
there. But keep going. You're doing a great job.
Oh no, because so many insurance companies have like huge budgets for their advertising, and they all kind of have a similar playbook as far as what that advertising looks like. It's a little chaotic, it's a little wacky, and they almost all have jingles or mascots or both. So NJM really wanted to differentiate themselves because they knew that they were sort of climbing uphill in a very saturated market. And that was where the creative idea came from. And the no jingles or mascots was actually coined by Scott.
Sorry, or you're welcome.
Sorry, or you're welcome.
Yeah, so he can talk more about the campaign itself.
Yeah, sure. So it was a pretty easy thing to kind of stumble on with a pretty wide open strategy. I mean, we like to zig when others zag, that kind of business, go against the grain, get noticed, all that. But I mean, it was the beginning of COVID. I was watching a ton of TV. These insurance commercials, flightless birds and cavemen. I don't want to say any names or point to any, specific companies, but, $8 to $10 billion worth of that stuff on the air a year. Progressive, Allstate, Geico, State Farm. These guys, they have built literally billions of dollars. And our little regional insurance company, which wants to grow, didn't have anywhere near that. So we basically had to go into, the playing field screaming, at the top of our lungs, but rather than just scream for attention in ways that are disposable, like mascots or jingles, like what everybody does to get attention when you have a parody product that's not that much different than your competitor.
Right.
You have to sort of either, you've got two ways to go. You can speak about what great things you do, which there's not a lot of tension or excitement in that, that's you have great customer service and all those good things. But more fun and more tension comes from, bashing the other guy. And then we're able to say what we're doing. So, the whole getting sick of all these, $10 billion worth of TV ads that you're seeing a year from these crazy mascots and the jingles that get stuck in your head and the celebrity endorsements and the football players and the guitar players together and doing all kinds of things. It kind of laid itself out as, well, what's the one authentic thing that, NJM never did or never does. And they've never had a mascot. They've never had a jingle. They've never had a slogan. They've always kind of flown under the radar as a smaller company, but they want to be a player. So, we kind of came out of the gate with saying, here's what everybody else is doing. And isn't that stupid or fluffy or superfluous? And, we're making fun of it. But at the same time, wink, wink, like, as you notice, we're using those devices in our ads to say we don't use these devices in our ads.
You've actually got more mascots than all of them combined.
All of them.
Basically, yes. But
very true.
We don't have billions of dollars worth of ad dollars to force it into your head. So we're kind of hoping that, the irony of it sticks in people's minds and, as something that it's an authenticity you can't buy. This company is pretty legit, and they've never used any kind of gimmicks or anything like that. They just have great products, great people. So it's one of those perfect storms where we have a great client, a really good brief, a really great strategy, a great creative department to support the ideas, and it was magic. So once in a lifetime campaign as far as I'm concerned. But we've had a lot of fun doing it, and it's been resonating. And this the work that you just showed, I think was. Actually, I think that was our swan song. We wanted to put all the mascots we've used into one spot. And that was the, hey, Gary.
Hi, Gary.
We wanted to put everything into one spot, and go out with a bang. And we've taken NJM to the next level, of course. Good. And but with resounding success on No Jingles.
Yeah. If you want a mascot, I can call my cousin Joey. So he's in South Jersey, very enigmatic. I'm just saying. What and Kyle, to your point, and then also to Becca and Scott, I mean, the company is extraordinarily well known, and I think it for the longest time, a lot of blocking and tackling, but also help build a foundation. Where have you seen the growth? Because I like to hear that a company like this, that on some level you look at as somewhat commoditized to a degree, that they do want to be ambitious and that they're stepping a little bit out of their comfort zone. What's next for them, and how is this helped the company grow? I'm interested both qualitative and quantitatively. Quantitatively.
Get that out.
South Jersey people.
I think it was something like, and Scott, you can probably correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in like the first year of this campaign running, they doubled their quotes.
Really?
Wow. It was a massive exponential growth. They've expanded into Maryland and Ohio. And, we've gotten to continue doing work for them beyond No Jingles or Mascots, to really, now that we have a lot of awareness, to really further the consideration part of that. And so but yeah, we've seen a lot of growth for them.
Yeah, from just the brand campaign alone, which was just on an awareness level, people were starting to pay attention. And then, of course, the research comes in and says, well, they want to know more. What makes it great? No jingles,
Right.
mascots, just great insurance. What makes it great? And then, like Becca said, we had a consideration campaign that fell under the same umbrella.
Smart.
Where we could talk about the RTBs and all the things that we actually, the nuts and bolts to get people to go cross over the line. But again, they at one point they had gotten so many calls, and rather than hire more people or try and catch up with all the quotes that they were being asked to get, they were like, let's slow down our ad dollars for a moment, catch up to the growth. It was like I've never heard anything like that.
Great problem.
That is a great problem
to have. So so they do things right. They want to grow in a responsible way, go into markets, with the research and everything. These guys they're really smart. So
no, and I love that you're going into other states. If you go to New York, just the campaign is don't.
It's
tell
inevitable.
Them.
I think.
Don't tell them we're from Jersey, but that'll be the campaign. Scott and Becca, thank you so much. Congratulations, outstanding work. Go Birds! Give me a go Birds.
Go Birds!
There we go. All right, thank you so much.